Hello friends, I'm Vyacheslav Ismailov Slavic, but on the internet I'm better known as Via, the creator of the channel Life of Via. And today I would like to tell you on my channel Rusty Alliance, a channel about cars, the fate of my BMW 4 Series BMW 430i, which unfortunately crashed into a pole.
Don't show it!
The situation is very unpleasant, very sad, and pretty scary. I bought this car. It cost me more than 6 million rubles. Actually, it's really sad, honestly, because the car is from 2021. I did some tuning on it, chipped it to stage 1, changed the exhaust, and reprogrammed the engine control unit, sent it to Moscow. And it was a very long process, and I enjoyed it. I kept tuning and tuning the car. I wrapped it in film, yeah, you can see it. Originally it was a very nice, beautiful royal grey color. I wrapped it in vinyl. By the way, green is my favorite color. Write in the comments what your favorite color is. Besides the 6 million, more money went into this car. And it was running. I liked how it drove, but a very unpleasant, completely unexpected situation happened. If you look at the nature of the collision, it's obvious that this is a very typical collision with a pole. Everyone can see that the car wrapped itself around the pole like this. Such collisions, such forms of damage don't happen in any other way. But I wasn't acting like a jackal, I wasn't showing off, I wasn't drifting, I wasn't driving in the oncoming lane. I'm not at fault in this situation. What happened, how the accident occurred, I'll tell and show you in this video a little later. Let's assess the damage. I'll show and tell you everything. You can't really say it's a total loss, probably, but it looks terrible. The whole car is torn into pieces like this. Can you imagine? All of this is the standard safety system. All the safety features worked. Every single airbag, absolutely all of them. Not a single one is intact. Airbags, here's the BMW logo. You know what? I'll keep it as a souvenir for myself. Just like that, it'll be a keepsake for me. By the way, I was about to put it in this pocket right now. Oh, I'm keeping it for good luck since it was an important purchase for me. Damn, I was keeping the receipt for this car in this pocket for good luck, and apparently my wife washed this jacket. There was a receipt for 6 million rubles in there. I enjoyed carrying it in my pocket, close to my heart. That's why you got into an accident. No, that happened afterwards. That happened afterwards. Okay, now there will be a badge instead of a check. These airbags are deployed. All the airbags are deployed. And the most upsetting thing is this airbag. This airbag that deployed here is the biggest one. The passenger airbag. It's huge, really. Just look at how big it is. It's gigantic. And because it's so big, come on, I'll show you what happened. The windshield broke, meaning the airbag deployed and blew out the windshield, the front glass, whatever you want to call it. And it's stupid, it's sketchy that BMW made it this way. Because there was no impact. Nothing could have broken this glass. Nothing like that happened. The airbag deployed safely inside and blew it out. And this glass alone costs about 70,000. And that's not cool at all because it just exploded not as a result of an accident, but because of the safety system deploying. The interior is ruined and needs full reupholstering, new trim, and everything replaced. These suspensions, of course, this whole part, this reinforcement piece, all of this suspension, all these mounts, reinforcements, we just take all of this and throw it away basically. This part is useless. Next, this is still a problem, but it's not the worst part. This can be fixed, all of this can be repaired and straightened out. A new fender, a new hood, basically this can be fixed. But what I'm going to show you next, that's a complete disaster. The most important thing is this part right here. The fender is simply non-removable. The rear fender can't be taken off. It's torn. It's just torn to shreds, guys. This can't be restored. It's impossible to fix. I don't know, maybe if you give it to some craftsman in Pakistan, they might be able to do something, but in reality, what needs to be done here? Up to this day, this fender gets cut off, right? First, all the film is removed. You can't work on it otherwise. The entire film must come off, and this section is cut out and discarded, along with the crumpled, ruined metal. Actually, it's not rusty since the body was aluminum. Oh man, all of this gets thrown away, and a new one exactly the same is put in here. Well, not new, but from some other BMW that was hit on the other side. It's put in here and welded on. Then it will somehow drive again. And here, the door doesn't open, obviously, because as you can see, the impact was here. It's all dented, and this door is also torn. If it were just a dent, it might be fixable. But these are torn, jagged wounds. And that's already... repairing this is pointless. The entire side panel needs to be replaced. I'm serious. The fender, look, the fender is torn and needs to be thrown out. The door is torn and needs to be thrown out. The front fender is torn and needs to be thrown out. And of course, both wheels too. Although that rim is still more or less intact. But this one, just look, I've never seen anything like this before. This is an aluminum rim, guys, right? I mean, look at it. It's just dust. Bah. There's nothing left. It's very sad and ridiculous, completely out of the ordinary. You probably can't imagine this happening. I'm driving in a 3-lane road. The far right lane is a bus lane. I'm not bothering anyone. I'm driving on a green light within the speed limit. Definitely everything is visible on the recordings. I'm moving to the far right lane because I plan to. Well, I changed to the bus lane because I needed to turn right. I'm not breaking any rules by doing this, and I'm moving in the right lane. And out of nowhere, just for fun, a woman. I won't say what kind of car, I won't say the color, I won't say anything for now. Because the court case is still ongoing, and she just drove out from the adjacent area. Apparently, she didn't see that I was coming. She just assumed she had the right of way, or something else. Well, it would have been fine if she had just pulled out and continued driving in the bus lane, because there was a yield sign there and movement was only allowed to the right. No, she went straight ahead, planning to make a U-turn across 3 lanes. At that moment, I'm driving in the far right lane and see a car pull out. She wouldn't let me pass, so fine. I saw things were getting tense and started turning left, because I was trying to avoid a collision. And she kept driving like nothing happened. She just kept going and seemed pretty confident. That's it. She hit me on the side while I tried to avoid the crash and protect everyone's cars, property, and health. But no, she just kept moving and hit me on the side. So all these damages, the whole side part, are the result of this side collision. So she hit me right here, tore up half of my car. And naturally, because she hit me on the side, I lost control. What could I do? I was pushed into another lane and crashed into a pole. Yeah, I ended up hitting the pole right here, because I was pushed as a result of the collision. It looked epic, a green BMW on a pole, of course, the media noticed. And as a result of all this, I got fined, like I was supposed to repair the pole. But, as you can understand, if you look at it from my perspective, it becomes obvious that I'm not at fault. I couldn't avoid hitting the pole because I was pushed into it. That's obvious. The cause and effect are clear and documented. But there were 2 investigations, and I had to prove my innocence. But in the end, thank God, I managed to prove it. According to traffic regulations and the traffic police, I am not at fault. That's good, that's great, but the other party who was found guilty refuses to take responsibility. In other words, they do not admit their guilt and are not going to compensate me for the damage that was caused to me. The insurance company assessed the damage here at 1.8 million rubles. In my opinion, that's very little. That's why we did an independent assessment and the damage was estimated at nearly 3 million rubles, taking into account the details, which are analog by the way, and also considering the loss of market value. Now, no one will buy such a car because it crashed into a pole. Everything with us, including all accidents, was officially documented. To receive the insurance payouts, I had to officially report the accidents. By the way, I got them. So even the insurance company admitted that I wasn't at fault, that everything really happened the way it did. You can enter the car from this side. So, yeah, if it weren't for the airbags and the deployed safety features, no one would even realize it was damaged. Alright, the gap shifted a bit, but that's the hood's fault. A different story. But in the back, it's completely untouched, never damaged, never repainted. That's how it is. But the right side, of course, that's it. That's a disaster. It's very sad, guys, because in fact now this car can't be sold. Well, for a decent price. It just means that I lost a whole bunch of money. We're talking about a loss of around 3.5 million rubles. And naturally, I will try to recover that money through the court. But my gut feeling tells me that I'll either get that money back in about 5 to 10 years, at best, the whole amount, right? Or never. All right. Well, what's the point of being sad, right? The situation is really unpleasant. At the time of the accident, there were even insults directed at me. Everyone is trying to make me look like I'm at fault. And naturally, people passing by, without understanding the situation, thought I was just an idiot who was speeding in the oncoming lane and crashed into a pole. But I decided to resolve the issue peacefully, let's say, through law and order, through the court. And what would you do in this situation? What would you do with a person who acted like that? I'm just curious to know your opinion. Write in the comments what you would do. Am I doing the right thing or not? That I'm resolving the issue peacefully through the court as it should be and not using any other methods. Everyone knows that I used to drive with the number 4. That was my license plate on many cars. I had it on my Skoda Kodiaq. Longtime followers know my first car, my first 4-in-1 was powerful. Then I put them on the Mustang, and after that they moved over to this BMW. But now, as you know, it's a bad sign that these license plates have already been, tainted by being smashed and so on. And I started thinking about selling them and buying other plates. Plus, I have absolutely no connection to the syndicate at all. I'm neither a fan, friend, nor acquaintance. But everyone keeps telling me that I'm somehow connected to them, or that I'm trying to imitate them in some way. I don't really like that. I'm pretty much a self-made man. Plus, most BMW 4s are likely already scrapped. Or somewhere else. So I'll have to get new license plates. Which ones exactly? What nice numbers do you think I should get? Write in the comments. Or maybe, right in this video, should I show which car I'll order for myself next? Or buy? We'll see. Which car should I get next? Well, for now, I've decided to put these plates on my Lixiang. That's my main car at the moment. Actually, I bought this car for my wife, Polina. And for now, I'm the one driving it because I don't have a main car at the moment. Well, that's why I put my license plates on it. Actually, a lot of time has already passed. The accident happened back in March. Yeah. This video that you're watching, we filmed it in April or even partially in May. It's already June and I still haven't received any money from the party at fault. The court proceedings are still ongoing. I don't get involved. I just let it go. My lawyer's handling it, so I don't know what's happening or how it's going. At first I felt very sad and down. Then I realized that money isn't all that important. No one was hurt in this situation. Only 2 cars were damaged. That pole over there. The fine was just 5,000 rubles. They likely just painted it and did nothing else. Basically, nothing serious happened. It could have been much worse. I got through this situation. I was left without a car, but for how long? Or maybe I've already ordered something for myself. Maybe. Or maybe you can guess. Well, I'll give you a couple of hints. Of course, it's German. That's 100%. Even though I'm driving a Chinese car now, Germans are everything. This car is German, this car is fast, and it's also green. Write your guesses in the comments. What kind of car is it? What is it like? And in general, I will definitely be very interested to read your guesses. If you're unfamiliar with these cars or my Lixiang, watch this video. Click play and remember to subscribe to Rusty Alliance. Because, to be honest, I was able to get through this whole situation thanks to you, my beloved subscribers, because I know that together we will have a lot more awesome car content.